huge settlement after the state of Washington failed to protect two sisters who were repeatedly raped in a foster home. One of those sisters, who asked us to identify her as Jordan, wanted to talk about how their lives have been forever changed.
It's something that was very traumatic.
Behind the blur is one of the bravest 15-year-olds I've ever met.
And I don't think I'll ever be able to forget it.
She is tiny, but has a powerful story of survival.
It's good to finally be able to get it out.
And dangerous missteps in Washington's foster care program.
They are now paying for what they did.
Jordan and her sister were born to biological parents addicted to heroin.
I had two sisters. I used to take care of them myself.
The state took them away and put them in an even worse situation.
Close your eyes and think about the worst things that could happen to a child. That's what were happening to these girls.
In 2013, a foster home in Arlington became a house of horror when foster father John Phillips began raping 10-year-old Jordan and her 15-year-old sister.
A week after I had been there, it started happening.
How long did this go on?
About a year and a half.
Today, for the first time, Jordan is talking publicly about the devastating abuse that she revealed to her foster mom in 2014.
I didn't know what would happen if I told someone.
What Jordan and her sister didn't know was that John Phillips had already been reported to the Washington Department of Social and Health Services for possibly abusing a 4-year-old girl.
So many state actors had an opportunity to do something and didn't. It was really mistake after mistake after mistake.
The repeated rapes by Phillips and monumental missteps by DSHS led to a lawsuit against the state of Washington.
The CPS investigation never occurred, and the home was licensed. The state just dropped the ball repeatedly.
While the state fought it, this 15-year-old and her sister prevailed. In one of the largest settlements in the history of DSHS, they'll receive $8.5 million.
And we've been talking about sexual abuse of children in foster homes for almost 40 years. And it really begs the question of, is there a systematic problem?
John Phillips no longer lives in this house. He's an admitted pedophile and now an inmate at the Monroe Correctional Complex. The hands that hurt are now fingerprinted and behind bars.
What would you say to him?
I just couldn't believe that he would do something to that, to someone my age.
Today, Jordan has been adopted by loving parents.
I never thought I'd feel secure in a home, and I finally do, and it's just amazing.
But she says the haunting memories are still with her.
I think it'll definitely be a part of my life for as long as I live.
She is an amazing person. Jordan told me when she grows up, she wants to be a social worker. She says it is vital that social workers believe the kids in foster care, not just the foster parents. Now, our message to other kids, don't be afraid to speak up.